Hey everyone, I was at the Cannes Film Festival for around a week. I saw some great films, I missed some supposedly great films, and I also saw some terrible films. Today I want to talk about one of the films I was anticipating most, FJORD, by one of my current favorite directors, Cristian Mungiu. This guy has made 4 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, Graduation, and Renate, all films I have praised, some even on this channel. The only ones I haven't seen yet are Beyond the Hills and Occident, though I'm looking forward to seeing them. As it stands, FJORD, which won him his second Palme d'Or, might just be his most complex and layered film yet, leaving me thinking about it for days and days after I saw its world premiere. All of his films explore social issues related to Romania in one way or another, though here this is approached for the first time through an immigration story, where a family of Romanian immigrants in Norway find themselves in a situation of intense legal and social scrutiny, partly due to accusations of domestic abuse or more specifically child abuse, and also partly due to their religious and cultural background. Whereas his previous film RMN, or as I say it Remene, showed prejudice and discrimination as this growing seed for evil and destruction in a more mysterious manner due to its filmmaking, this film puts the central mystery on a more specific theme to the Western people, or to the Western European people and Americans, foreign families, and it shows prejudice and discrimination as those things that shield us from the truth, which itself turns out to often be a much more personal and emotional thing than we initially assume. This is not a film that creates perfect victims. It's a film that to some extent pits two extreme sides against each other, yet it's not done in a satirical mocking way a la Eddington, but in a way that aims to challenge the audience's preconceived political notions and aims to get them to see humans as humans first and foremost, regardless of their personal beliefs, be them progressive or conservative. Mungiu presents this story primarily through long takes, and each of these long takes is framed in such a way that it builds mystery and discomfort, also aided by the editing that is always cutting in a way that builds a subtly growing tension. Though the story itself is deeply gripping, dramatic, and easy to feel empathy at, it's the framing combined with the delivery of the story that make this film so deeply lingering, as shots keep reverberating in my mind as more meaningful than I first realized. Ultimately, the film suggests that there is no way to know for sure what happens in a family, and in a way the film shows the existential terror of trying to understand and trying to even judge that which you do not know and cannot know. The film asks a question about how we relate to other people with other beliefs or educations, and how this intense gap between educations depending on the culture you come from can create a distance between you and others that cannot easily be made smaller, as many societal and social circumstances and standards won't allow for that distance to get smaller, if that makes sense. This is a social drama that truly stands out, as it doesn't exist just as a piece of realism or as a pity party, but mostly as a highly philosophical film. It is not a piece of conservative art, it is not entirely liberal either. You could even say it's centrist, but even that feels like a weird word to use. To me, this film is like a documentarian but really almost ghostly perspective on a story that is both personal and highly political, and we are left only with our own thoughts and perspectives, staring into this moral abyss of ambiguity. Besides everything I just mentioned, this film also boasts some fantastic performances, mostly from Renate Reinsve, and a very great, unrecognizable performance from Sebastian. I also need to mention the genuinely phenomenal production design of this film, always capturing the characters in a way words can never quite express. And for now, I guess I'll leave it at that. I very much love this film, both as a second-generation Romanian immigrant and as a lover of film. In some ways, I do wish this film allowed for just a bit more intimate emotion, like in 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days, and Graduation. There's a few corny and artificial moments here, and I don't feel Mungiu is the very best director of children, but the film's gripping story, incredible sense of blocking, and deeply thought-provoking and stressful nature more than make up for some of his hang-ups. Personally, I'm very happy it won the Palme d'Or. It was my personal favorite from the official competition, and I am not really able to decide between an 8 and a 9 out of 10, but the way I praise it, it's very likely I'll just decide this as a 9 anyway. I think this film is really great, albeit polarizing and potentially controversial, but it really deserves an open mind, it deserves an open perspective, and it deserves a perspective that allows for the film's sense of ambiguity and mystery to truly come over. This film makes me both judge and not judge. It makes me both empathetic and fucking terrified, often of the very same group. It's a very unique experience in spite of reminding you of films like The Hunt or Anatomy of a Fall. It's really special in a familiar way, and I love it. So yeah, I 8 or 9, probably a 9. I don't really know. I just love it, and I hope this review is good enough for now because I'm very busy, but I hope to review some more Cannes films whenever I have more time. Have a good night.